Hello YouTube fans, Madarant here, and welcome to the best pulls from the Dark Dimension movie pack. So this set comes out this week and it is set to impact the meta quite greatly in the form of making good Blue Eyes competitive and supporting the ABC archetype and possibly even Dark Magicians, although that is going to be less so because Dark Magicians are not going to be more or less a meta archetype unless they mix with Demise. But the set has a lot of really good support. There's at least about 15 cards that you may want to pick up, to be fair. There's a lot of ones that could hype in the future. There's ones that are definitely going to be the money cards. For example, Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon is confirmed for this set, and so is Chaos Max. So both of those cards are probably going to be the highest value in that set, and hopefully this video will give you an idea of what you should be looking out for in your pulls or in trading. So without further ado, let's get into this list. The first of them is the obvious Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. This card is set to make Blue Eyes a meta deck. It's really powerful, instant rank 8 access, instant level 1 access. It's just amazing. It is really amazing. It can be re-added from the graveyard with White Stone. It can be searched with Melody the Awakened Dragon with Blue Eyes as well. And just, yeah, it's just amazing. This card is probably going to be the highest value card in this set. The second is Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, that ritual monster that's similar to a Dark Destroyer, but it can't be targeted or destroyed by opponent's card effects. It is 4,000 attack and can do double piercing damage. This card is very powerful, although the ritual versions of Blue Eyes haven't been as successful as the pure variant. But we will see this card coming up in a lot of decks in the future, but no, Olympia will probably be doing some video on this. I've seen some images of him abusing this card with Swords of Concealing Light, so hopefully that will happen when it comes out. But yeah, it's an amazing card. It's 4,000, double piercing, hard for you to get over. We can get over Dark Destroyer, but this is on another level, to be fair. Just so powerful. The next one is Deep Eyes White Dragon. This won't have as much of an effect on the Blue Eyes archetype. They'll be teched in some decks, but it won't do much. If you're going to pick this card up, only pick one of them up. More than that is pretty bad because it's a level 10 monster, it isn't a trading target, but it has the ability to, when Blue Eyes is destroyed by battle or card effects, it can special somebody from the hand and then inflict 600 damage to your opponent for each dragon type in your graveyard has a different name. So probably about 3,000 in a Blue Eyes deck, and it can also power itself up by a target dragon in your graveyard. So most likely like Chaos Max or Blue Eyes White Dragon, and that can boost up to 3 to 4k. And when it is destroyed by a card effect, this time it doesn't have to be your opponent's card effect. You can destroy all monsters your opponent controls, which is very nice, a nice board wipe. But as we've seen with Regeki, it isn't always something that you need. There's a lot of floating in the game, and if this was banishing, this card would be played non-stop, but since it's destruction, it's more techy. They also with the Blue Eyes White Dragon, new art's coming out in the set. It's absolutely beautiful. It's the only artwork in my eyes to rival the original artwork of Blue Eyes. It's just, it fits with the new deck style, it fits with Alternative, it fits with Deep Eyes and Chaos Max. It's pretty nice. All of the set is going to be ultra rare, and by the looks of things, the pack ratio is more or less consistent for all cards in the set, so hopefully no short prints. If it was going to be short print, it probably would be Alternative, but it's highly unlikely at this point. It looks like they are fairly consistent, and from what I've heard as well. The final Blue Eyes card that really is going to be played is Chaos Form. Originally in the OCG, they were testing advanced ritual art with Chaos Max, but Chaos Form came over and came to the top of their list because of the fact that it can banish Blue Eyes from your graveyard, so it doesn't have a cost as such. You can easily use this after using a Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, as it is treated as Blue Eyes White Dragon, I believe, in the hand and graveyard. Let's see. Yeah, field and graveyard, that's the one. So you can use this, banish an alternative that you no longer need, and bring out instant Chaos Max. Advanced Ritual Art does have an issue with this deck because you can easily get your blue artists out of the deck, and by that point he's probably dead about turn 2-3. So you really need Chaos Form over Advanced Ritual Art in this variant. Next, the next support for ABC is the Silver and Gold gadgets. These are very powerful as they set off your combos, they allow you to access Tsukuyomi, and they're just an instant rank 4 at that point. You can special summon any level 4 machine from your hand, which sets up your Union Hanger, as that will equip him when it's normal or special summoned, which is really good. And it has a floating ability, but you generally don't use that effect anyway. So yeah, these are really good. They kind of replace like King Goldfish and something like Goblin the Berg in the deck, to be fair. Very good and searchable. I think the Geigen decks, and that's a key card in that deck. Next is, it's one more Blue Eyes support. There's Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon in this set. This card didn't get as much play, had more play than Deep Eyes, but didn't get as much play as Chaos Max. In theory, this is a very much an OTK dragon. It's 4,500 attack. During the end of the damage step, you can send another copy of itself or another Blue Eyes Fusion from your extra deck so it can attack again in the room, and you can use that effect up to twice per turn. And it has a graveyard effect that it can negate the activation of an effect that targets a Blue Eyes monster you control. But the unfortunate thing is, targeting is no longer much of an issue in the game. Most defenses are like Mirror Force, so they can easily get around a Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. So yeah, it's not going to be too effective. The only thing it would out is the Magic Spectre Unicorn, or something like Dimensional Prison, I mean. So yeah, this is not going to be played too much. You'll see it teched around, but yeah, it's not going to be the key card of the Blue Eyes set. It's alternative in Chaos Max that will be. Next is for the Dark Magician support, and that is Coco Magician Girl and Dark Magic Veil. Coco Magician Girl is a great draw engine. You can discard Spellcaster to draw one card, most likely Dark Magician, and then you can revive it with Eternal Soul, or you can revive it with Dark Magic Veil. So it's very easy to use that card effectively. And it also has the ability to revive a magician from your spellcaster from your graveyard and have the opponent's attack when they're attacking that monster. So that is decent. It makes a nice defensive wall and forces them to go into something like Armades or something like Utopia the Lightning. The next card is Dark Magic Veil. It has the ability to revive or special summon from your hand a Dark Spellcaster type. So that is pretty good for Demise variants of Dark Magician, as you can discard those Dark Magicians because you can easily get it back next turn and use that Magic Circle to banish off their cards, which is very nice indeed. It's a really good support, and it was seen play in the OCG. Coco also saw play in Dark Magicians in the OCG, but it also allowed Perform Mage to top in the OCG, and with the fact that we got Tree Toad in the game now, we're getting Tree Toad in TCG in a couple months' time. This will allow this rank 4 deck to basically make Bahamut Shark and Tree Toad on that turn. This plus Gigabyte, perfect. So Coco Magician Girl is something you really should look out for and keep a couple copies of, because it may hype in the future, particularly if we get a rank 4 Spellcaster archetype. This will definitely be a very good card like that. And then finally, for those Infernoid users, we have Spiritual Swords of Revealing Light. This is a very techy card, but it did see a lot of play in the Infernoid deck in the OCG. It has the ability to negate an attack by paying with powers and life points, and it's once per battle, but not once per turn. So that's quite nice. It brings up a wall to stop OTKs, but its second ability is what it's used for. You can banish it from your graveyard, and this turn your opponent cannot attack directly, stopping you from losing if you have bricked, or you're not in the position to stop your opponent, or you've used up all your Infernoids through your tributing effects. So it's kind of like Rise to Full Height in that sense, but you don't need Omega to utilize it. So this card is also another card I would suggest picking up while it's cheap and keeping a couple of copies off, particularly if Infernoid gets further support in the future. This card will see a lot more play. And then onto the cards for more casual players among us, and the first of these is Kaiser Force Raider. This has the same summoning condition as Super Quantum Red Layer, which is quite nice, but it also is a fiend, and well, there's a Beast Warrior. It's a dark Beast Warrior, so it doesn't stop you. I thought it was a fiend actually, but it's still as good as Super Quantum Red Layer. It's cheap, going to be a lot cheaper, so that's something nice. But it also gives you health for like Exalting decks. Another copy of Red Layer that you could use, like Primitive Butterfly, something like that, if you wanted some variance in the deck. And the fact that its Dark attribute can help with further support in the future, maybe something to pick up copies of, in case the archetype is restricted to something like Dark. Can only be summoned that turn if you're using a specific type, or you're trying to use it as a dark material for certain synchro monsters. The next is Giant Sentry of Stone. This card is very, very powerful. It can be sent to the graveyard through Brilliant Fusion. It can revive itself from the graveyard once per turn without hardly any cost. You only have to control a rock type, and we're getting Subterra in the future. If they get a level 3 that's easy to get out, something like Speed or Terratop, something along that lines, this card becomes broken because you can access Gorgonic Guardian, and that means Giant Sentry would probably go up in price. It's definitely a card to keep a couple copies of. A playset probably would be most advisable. Definitely going to keep my own playset of this. It's very good card, and it will have a lot of play in the future. I'm pretty sure of that. Next is Clear Karibo. For those users who play full monster decks, I do know people who do actually do that. So I thought I'd talk about Clear Karibo. It has the ability to banish itself from the graveyard, draw a card, and if it's a monster, you can special summon it and change the attack target to that monster when your opponent declares a direct attack, which is very nice indeed. Full monster decks would likely have some milling involved, and Clear Karibo could be easily utilized in that sense. And the final card is Gate of the Magical Contract. This card could be broken if the Spiral archetype turns out to be requiring your opponent to have, well, yourself to have knowledge of your opponent's hand. Something like I think it's Dark Uranus? No, not Dark Uranus. It was, I think it's Jupiter. No, it's not Jupiter. It's one of these ones. It's one of the planet series. I know that. But essentially, that card can shuffle back a card or something of that caliber. I should have really prepared this. But yeah, it requires your opponent to have a card that you know that's in their hand. If Spirals have similar abilities and gain similar pulses from this card, Gate of the Magical Contract can easily be utilized, since it can also search out that said level 8 monster. I think it's Pluto actually. Yeah, the Suppression Pluto. It has the ability to declare a card name, look at your opponent's hand. If they have that declare card, which you would have because you can search this through Gate of the Magical Contract, then you can take control of your opponent's monster, and that is non-targeting, or destroy one spell trap card your opponent controls, and then set that card to your field. So that can set like Mirror Forces, you can set MSTs or something like that. It's a very, very good card. It just needs a good way of getting out. If Spirals can spam and they have the ability to get knowledge, this card plus Gate of the Magical Contract could be hype cards in the future. It's only a matter of time to find out if Spirals will have similar abilities, but this is also a card you should keep a couple copies of, because you never know if knowledge is a basis for an archetype in the future that gains major plus like Suppression Pluto. This could be the prototype for Spiral, to be fair. There's a lot of prototypes in this game, so yeah, this could definitely hype it up in the future. So yeah. Hope you guys pull good in your set. I will have a box opening most likely near the end of the week. I'm hoping to pull a load of alternatives because I so want to play this archetype. I've got the deck and I just need alternatives. But yeah, definitely a lot of things for a lot of people. And yeah, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe if you enjoy this or want to see further content. Please leave comments below, suggestions for my deck, suggestions for my channel in general. Please, if you want to see when I'm streaming, the link is in the Facebook. Link to my Facebook is in the description below, which will tell you all the times for that. And yeah, thanks for watching. Madarant signing out.